Hello my friends, welcome to day 18 of our 30-day yoga challenge. My name is Natasha and today is our earth element class. So I recommend, if you can, maybe doing this class outside. I would film outside, but there would just be a lot of background noise, so I'm inside, but I can see my beautiful tree outside my window. I can see the sun coming in. But I encourage you maybe taking this class outside, maybe go to a space that you really connect with, maybe somewhere new, like I guess if it was me, I'd maybe go to like a park or something, or a forest preserve, or somewhere where you can just really connect to the earth. But again, of course, you totally do not have to. You can do this inside with me. Maybe just place yourself in front of a window where you can kind of see outside. So we've done water, air, water, and fire. We're doing earth. Tomorrow we're going to do spirit, so it's going to be more of a meditation. But for earth, I feel obviously it's grounding energy, right? And I feel it's very... Earth energy is very slow and strong. And even though I am a water sign and I mostly connect with water, I also find that I really connect with like the earth kind of energy of just like slow, strong, and grounded. That's kind of who I am as a person. I was built for power and strength, not for speed, you know what I mean? So I just really connect with the earth energy. And so that's kind of what this flow is going to be. Very slow, very strong, very powerful, and just grounded. So we're going to take it slow. We're going to do some strengthening postures like warriors and that kind of thing to just kind of fill ourselves up with that power and that grounding energy. And I think that's it. We're also going to start with some diaphragm breathing, just to again really ground ourselves in our body. So we are going to get started seated. As always, have any props that you need around you. Have my blocks there, have my strap behind me, pillow, blanket, bolster, whatever you need for you and your practice. And we're going to get started seated. So easy seated pose, whatever that means for you, means a little bit something different for everyone. For me, it's seated on my butt with my legs crossed. I can feel my sit bones evenly on the mat. You can extend your legs, you can sit on a pillow, whatever feels good for you and your body. And once you come to that place, you can place your hands facing down, palms face down is that grounding energy. And you can close your eyes if it feels good, or you can keep them open if you're outside and you want to look upon the wonderful earth. You can also do that. Do what feels right for you in this moment. And just start to bring your awareness to your breath. Notice it as it goes in and out, not changing anything about it just yet. Maybe as you inhale, you feel those shoulders rise, the chest expand, the belly expand. And as you exhale, a gentle release. As you breathe here and start to lengthen and deepen these inhales and exhales, I want you to connect with this earth energy, this grounding energy. Maybe notice every part of you that's touching the mat. If you'd like to move your hands from your legs, you can maybe place your hands on either side of you and feel the mat or the ground beneath your fingertips. Maybe kind of run your hands, your fingers along the mats or along the ground around you. Just breathing deeply and connecting with this earth. Maybe, again, notice every part of you that's touching the earth right now. I can feel my sit bones, my butt on the earth, a little bit of my thighs, my feet. I can feel this stable base beneath me. Maybe take a moment as we breathe here to go through that grounding exercise that we did a few classes ago. Maybe look at what you can see. What can you hear? What can you touch? What can you taste? What can you smell? Just take a moment to take that grounding inventory. And think about what brings you back down to earth, what grounds you to this earth. Your senses, that touch, feeling the earth beneath you, feeling it beneath your feet when you stand. Just really embody that earth energy here of being slow and strong and still and powerful, peaceful. Now we'll start to incorporate this diaphragm breathing. So I want you to place one hand on your chest and one hand on the belly. And what I want you to focus on here when you inhale is really pressing the belly out. So your hand's going to be above your belly button, right underneath your chest. And when we inhale, the goal is keep the chest still, but push all that breath into the belly. Push the belly out to the point where you can start to feel your fingers maybe spread. Pushing that belly out really far. And then when we exhale, we're going to contract the diaphragm and the core muscles and pull the belly in. So we'll start here. Take a big inhale in again. Try to keep the chest still. Push that belly out. And as we exhale, we suck that belly in. The only time I'll ever tell you to suck your belly in. Engage those core muscles. Engage that diaphragm. Inhale, fill up and press out. Press that belly out. Press it into your hand. And exhale. Pull it back in. Inhale, fill up, push it out. And exhale. Pull it in. 2 more, big inhale, press the belly out. A little more. And exhale. Really pull it in. Biggest one yet, really big inhale, pressing the belly out as far as you can. Taking a little bit more air, push it out even further. And exhale, pull it in, suck it in a little bit more, and then go ahead and release. You can release your hands. Take a few big deep sighs here, let your belly return to normal. Taking up space, no sucking in. We'll start to invite in some movement here. So we're just gonna take some slow circles around ourselves in this sitting posture. So what I want you to do is take a big inhale, bring the arms up overhead, and exhale, you're going to fold forward over the legs. Now this might feel a little funny, a little silly, but we're just going to flow in a circle. So I want you to inhale here, exhale, kind of drag your hands over to the left, still feeling the ground beneath you, coming all the way over. That left hand is going to plant. You're going to open that right arm, then place the right hand down, left arm comes over until it connects. And then again, you're going to flow forward, dragging your hands. So we're just kind of taking this big flow around our legs. We're opening the chest here. Make sure you don't knock over all your knickknacks like I did. We're opening the sides. We're opening the back. And we're feeling the ground around us. Just taking these big old circles around. Now you can go fast or slow here, though I do recommend taking it a little slow to really connect with this earth energy. Breathing deeply. Now the next time you're back, so both hands are on the ground, I want you to take a moment here to kind of find that heart opener with both of your hands back, chest is open, gaze is up. And then we'll take it in the opposite direction. So now right arm comes up, we're going over to, we're kind of going clockwise now. We kind of started counterclockwise, so now we're going to the right and taking this big circle around ourselves and dragging those hands to the ground as we come around, planting that right hand, opening up the left, and then coming over to the other side. I just want you to flow here. Really exaggerate these movements. Exaggerate your breath. And the next time you're forward in this forward fold, I just kind of want you to hang out here. We're center, we're folded over our legs. Just taking a moment again to just touch the ground beneath you. Even if you're like me and you're on the second story of your house, I'm touching the floor. I'm feeling that stability. At some point it connects with the earth. And go ahead and inhale, gently rise. Now we'll stay seated here. We'll take some twists in this seat. I want you to inhale the arms up. Exhale, take that twist to the right. So left hand can come to right knee, right hand stacks behind you, gazing over that right shoulder. Keeping a tall spine here. Even though we're twisting, we're still nice and tall. Go ahead and inhale, come to center, and exhale, twisting to the left now. Right hand can come to left knee can tent behind you. You can gaze over that left shoulder. Lengthening with the inhales and twisting with the exhales. Inhale, everything comes back to center, and exhale, we can release. Now we'll take some seated folds here. Continue to connect with this grounding energy. I'm going to bring my feet bottoms together. I'm going to open up the knees. You can place blocks underneath your knees for a little support here in this Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. You're going to inhale, lengthen, and exhale, you're going to fold. Try to keep that straight spine here. And as you fold, just think about sinking deeper into the mat, into the ground. I feel like a lot of times we kind of avoid feeling heavy because of the kind of stigma attached to it of like being heavy. But I want you to feel this heaviness. The earth energy is very heavy. It's very putting all your weight into the earth, trusting that the earth is there to support you. And I think a lot of the times being heavy just kind of gets a negative connotation when it doesn't have to be. It's just a feeling. It doesn't have any moral value. Just like being slow and soft and strong and powerful, it's that earth energy. The grounding energy is heavy. Because it's heavy, because it brings us back down to earth, right? Go ahead and inhale, rise. Exhale, release, and bring those legs out. We'll take a wide-legged fold here. Again, doesn't have to be super wide. Coming to where you're comfortable. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Again, just allow yourself to kind of be heavy here in this fold. Gently inhale, rise. Now bring the legs together. Straight-legged fold. You can always keep those feet a little wide to make room for the belly and the thighs. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, we fold. Doesn't matter if you can touch your toes here. Fold to where it feels good. And go ahead and inhale, gently rise. Now we're slowly going to shift to a tabletop. So I'm bending into the knees and coming to hands and knees. And once we're there, we're going right into a child's pose. So I'm going to bring my knees as wide as the mat. I'm going to sink my hips back to my heels, extend the arms, and drop that chest and that forehead down to the mat. And I really want you to sink in here. Again, embody that feeling of heaviness, that feeling of strength, of grounding, of power. The kind of vibe that I'm picking up on is kind of slow and steady wins the race. And I think of that, the tail the fable, whatever you want to call it, of the tortoise and the hare. You know, the tortoise wins, even though he's slow and he's steady and he's that kind of earth energy. Whereas the hare, I find, is more fire energy, and both serve their purpose. Sometimes we need that fire energy. But today I want you to slow down. I want you to go slow and steady. Tapping into this grounding energy while you're here in your child's pose. Maybe lift up all 10 fingers and bring them back down to the mat. With every exhale, you find yourself heavier and sinking deeper into the mat. Notice every part of you that's touching the ground is making connection with this solid base beneath us. Take a big inhale in, filling up. And double mouth exhale. Big inhale in, fill up, take up space. And double mouth exhale. Next inhale, you can gently, slowly rise again. Slow and steady is what we're going for here. We'll go into our cat-cow flow. And again, I want you to think slow and steady. So take this flow, maybe even slower than you usually do. So when we inhale, we lift the gaze, we lift the chin, we arch the back, we open the chest. And then when we exhale, we tuck everything, round out the back, dome out the shoulders, drop chin to chest. Inhale, open, nice and slow. Make it very intentional. Every movement is intentional. And exhale, round. Now take 5 more of these very slow, very intentional cat-cow flows. Link your breath to your movement and just remember, slow and steady. Gently finish up your last round. Come back to a neutral spine. Now we're going to do some balancing work here. And again, we're going to take it slow and steady. So starting with the right hand and the left leg. Options here, you can just do the arm. You can just do the leg. Or you can do both. Wherever you are, you have active fingers, you have active toes. And you're really lengthening here on the extension. And again, we're going to do these slow and steady. So I want you to inhale, really, really lengthen, really, really reach. Exhale very slowly, pull it in as if you're going to touch your elbow to your knee. Go as slow as you can and then a little slower. Inhale, slowly lengthen and reach. Exhale, slowly crunch like we're moving in slow motion. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. We have 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Really squeeze it in. And then release, shake it out. Notice how different this feels when we go slow. Maybe it's a little more difficult. That's okay. Taking it to the other side. Left leg or left arm and right leg. Again, you can do one or the other or both. When you're ready, we inhale, really lengthen, extend. Exhale, really slowly crunch it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, really slowly lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, really inhale slowly. Exhale, squeeze. And gently release, shake it out. All right, my friends, I want you to inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, find that downward facing dog. Bring those hips up and back. Pressing palms deep into the mat. Driving heels down towards the ground. Pressing that chest to the thighs. Take a moment here. Breathe, connect with the earth. Maybe squeeze the earth or your mat with your fingers. Pressing those heels down. Go ahead and come to stillness. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and exhale, you're going to very slowly travel forward. So I'm taking a bunch of little, very slow, little baby steps all the way to the top of my mat into my forward fold. And once I'm here in this forward fold, I'm going to release. Ragdolling over here. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows. You can just kind of let those arms fall. Maybe swaying from side to side. Just again, allowing that kind of feeling of like heaviness. Go ahead and find stillness. Bring those hands to the shins, press into them. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here in your Tadasana mountain pose, another very grounding, earthy posture. Bring your hands to your sides, palms face forward. Feet really pressing into the mat. Maybe lift up all 10 toes and bring them back down. Feel that support, that ground beneath you. Feel that heaviness in your feet, like you're almost actively pressing your feet down into the earth. I know we have gravity, but just make it intentional. Ground yourself intentionally. Now we're going to flow through some half sun salutes here, and we're going to take them real slow. So you're going to inhale really slowly, bring those arms overhead, lengthen. Exhale, slowly, intentionally fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more. Big inhale in. Slowly, slowly. Reach up. Exhale, slowly, intentionally fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one here. Big inhale, slowly reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly come to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment here. All right, my friends, we're gonna flow through some warriors here. Again, just kind of taking some long holds in the warriors. We will be working on warrior 3, which is a balancing posture. So if you maybe need to situate yourself against a wall or have a chair for support, you can also use your blocks as support. We're gonna flow through 1, 2, and 3, each warrior, each Virabhadrasana. So coming to stand at the top of your mat, hands are gonna come to your hips. I want you to place this right foot forward in the center. Step your left foot back into your warrior 1 pose. So bending into the right knee. Back foot is flat at about a 45-degree angle. Back leg is straight. I'm going to square my torso off to the front of the mat. And I'm finding my power here in my grounding. And then I'm inhaling my arms slowly up. I'm going to breathe really deeply here. Now take a big inhale and exhale very slowly, very intentionally. Open up to your warrior 2. So I'm going from a closed hip to an open hip. My arms are opening, keeping that bend in that right knee over the ankle. Back leg is straight, foot is flat, and I'm gazing over my front fingertips. Breathing here. Now inhale, I'm going to slowly transition to a high crescent. So I'm turning back to the front of my mat. My back foot's going to pivot to come to the ball of the foot, closing off the hips again. Still bent into that right front knee. You can bring your hands to your hips if you'd like, or keep them extended, or bring them to your heart. We're going to find our warrior 3 from here. So we're going to lean our torso forward until that back leg can maybe hover up off of the mat, keeping the hips pointed down to the mat. Now you can rest your hands on your blocks here. You can rest on a chair or against a wall, keeping that back foot either flexed or pointed, keeping it active. You can take a micro bend in this right knee. I want you to just float and hover here in your warrior 3. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale, rise. Exhale, releasing, just stepping, standing at the top of your mat. You can shake it out a little if you need to. And now we're going to do that on the other side. So, standing tall at the top of my mat. Hands to hips. I'm bringing my left foot to center. I'm stepping my right foot back into my warrior 1. My left knee is over my ankle. I'm going to square my torso off to the front of my mat. And again, I'm going to find my grounding here. And then I'm going to inhale my arms up. Warrior 1. My dogs are going to lose it, but we're going to breathe deeply here. Really big inhale. Exhale slowly and intentionally, opening up to my warrior 2. So maybe taking a wider stance, going from that closed hip to open hip. Front knee stays over ankle. I open up my arms, gazing over my front fingers. Inhale, I'm going to slowly turn to face the front of my mat, coming to my high crescent lunge to prepare for warrior three. So closing off the hips again, spinning to the ball of the back foot, squaring my torso off, knee is bent. And now I'm going to inhale, lean forward, and exhale, lift that foot up off the mat, flex or point the toes, coming to my warrior three. Allow yourself to be shaky, but remember, you have your one foot on the mat, you have that grounding, you have something tethering you to the earth. Keep the hips squared down to the mat. And when you're ready, inhale, gently rise, and exhale, release, shake it out for me. All right. The last poses we're going to take here is tree pose. Connecting with that earth energy. We're standing, hands to hips or hands to heart. We'll start with the right foot, so I want you to put your weight into the right foot. Come to the toes of the left. Maybe you hang out here. Maybe you open that knee out to the side and bring that foot to gently rest. Still foot on the ground. We're not putting too much pressure on that ankle. Maybe you lift that foot up to the inside of the shin. Remember, no knees, no ankles. Maybe you lift that foot up to the thigh. If you don't have slippery leggings. And then, from here, grow your branches. Play around with it. Remember, you still have that one foot grounding you to the earth. It's okay if you sway in the wind. And when you're ready to release, do so gently. Shake it out. We'll come to the other side. So left foot, put your weight into it. Maybe come to the toes of the right. Maybe open that knee. Maybe lift the foot to the shin, avoiding our joints. Maybe lifting the foot to the inner thigh. And again, just growing your branches here. We can grow our branches when we have a stable base. That is that earth, right? Ugh, my leggings are so slippery. Taking your time here. It's okay if you feel a sway. It's the nature of trees is to sway. Trees are some of the strongest things on this planet, and they still sway in the wind, just like us. And when you're ready to release, do so gently. Shake it on out for me. All right, my friends, we're going to take it back down to our mats to find our savasana. I want you to inhale nice and big for me. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands and just step back one foot. Step back the other. Take a seat. And slowly but surely make your way to your back. If you want a little extra core and just some earth slow energy here, bring your arms out, and I just want you to lower as slowly as humanly possible down to the mat. Oh, and go ahead and release. Now once you're here on your mat, I want you to take up space, my friends. Taking up as much space as you need. Really sink yourself down deep into the mat. Feel that heaviness as if gravity's kind of pushing you a little deeper down into the earth. You can close your eyes if it feels good. Palms facing down. As always, I recommend staying in your savasana for at least 5 breaths. But this is where I will leave you, friends. And I will see you tomorrow.